Hey, my beautiful tribe, Sarah Louise here, and I'm bringing you my weekly energy forecast. That's my intuitive insights for this up and coming week beginning May the 17th. So, tribe, it's been really heavy and really deep and really intense recently. And I feel like we've got this window and we've come out of that really kind of mental lunar energy of all those super moons, and we're a month away from eclipse season beginning. And we're kind of in this window at the moment where I'd love to say that it's really easy, really light, and it's all kind of really calm. And in one way, yes, that is the truth. But in another way, it's a very deep time. Looking at all of the planetary alignments, there's so much going on and it's big stuff, it's deep stuff. We've got 4 major planets at the moment, all in retrograde, which means that they're all moving backwards, they're all slowing down. And in this retrograde, in this slowing down of these planets, it's like as they slow down, they want us to look at things. We've got Venus, Saturn, Jupiter, and Pluto all moving backwards. And in this, what it wants us to do is to look at areas in our life, make some adjustments, make some kind of revise a few things, to get to the end of this period this year, I believe, really where we want to be on all levels, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. And so, there's so much planetary kind of adjustments and alignments that are doing that around us to put us in, the perfect kind of alignment for us to do this work. So, you may find that, you're really having to dig deep and look at some stuff in your relationship, and there may be patterns coming up that are from your past. And retrogrades quite often bring up past stuff. And we've got Venus, which is love. So it might be a little bit of relationship stuff is coming up for you. It's dig deep, it's have a look, make some changes, and really line up with your heart, your desires. We've also got this week, we're changing signs, we're going from Taurus into Gemini, and we also have a new moon. So, there's a lot going on, but for me, the energy this week feels like have a little bit of fun, lighten up a little bit. It's been really heavy and really deep, and just kind of liven up a little bit. But also, as we move into this Gemini, it's all about communication. Yeah, it's about not holding all this stuff in our head anymore and kind of in our heart, but kind of expressing it and talking about it. But not in that really kind of deep, heavy, we've got big stuff, but more, where are you at? What's going on? How can we adjust that? How can we move through that? Let's lighten it up. Let's definitely make progress. Let's talk about it. But let's not go into that real kind of deep, heavy, what if and should and would. Let's look forward. Let's open up. Let's see things from a bigger perspective. Let's maybe view things from other people's perspective, not just ourselves. Let's get bigger. Let's open up. Let's see things from a big picture, not just our wants and needs and our desires and satisfying self, but kind of opening up and, looking at a whole picture of everybody in the picture and what works for everybody, and softening and communicating. And in that, there's going to be some really amazing shifts. Yeah, because, as that energy got quite intense the last kind of few months, as human beings, we become quite rigid because, and we become quite fearful. And in that fear becomes, more rigid and kind of more narrow. And, we're really shifting out of that now. We're adapting really well to the changing energy and our changing environment. So now is the time to go, okay, I'm going to open up. I'm going to see things from a bigger picture, from everybody's perspective. I'm going to come really from my heart. I'm really going to speak my truth, but not in a me, demanding, but, in a big picture of just kind of, sharing. It's going to be a really amazing period of time, I believe, this kind of window before eclipse, to put us, exactly, in a where we're meant to be, but in this really kind of grounded, centered, know where we're going, pure clarity as the eclipse comes in. Because I feel like when these eclipse comes in, it's going to really kind of shake things up around us again. Okay, so if right now, today, this week, we spend time, really getting clear about where we're at, really opening up, opening up our heart, opening up our minds, talking, communicating, softening, not being so rigid, being more open, looking at the big picture, adjusting, revising where we need to, what's that word? Compromising where we need to, so that everybody's happy in our bubble. It needs to come more about us, not me. And that's what this time's about. So, I feel like the new moon energy that comes in is really lovely, and it's quite playful and it's quite light. But to get there, we've got to kind of open up. So this week, have an amazing week. Do things that make you happy. Lighten up your energy. Speak your truth, but, not from that kind of heavy, deep place. Speak it from, this is my desire. Where are you at? Let's compromise. Let's make some changes. Let's revise things a little bit so it works for the whole and not just self. We are all in this together. And, together it's fun, and, relationships are, one of the main reasons that we're here. So work on that this week. That beautiful Venus retrograde is going to make us work on that. So if you can do it in this kind of light way, it's going to be a great week. So a few things to think about there. I'll connect with everybody on Wednesday night, and we're going to do a lot of work in this energy about kind of really opening up. And yeah, I'm here for you. We're in this together. I want you to have an amazing week. Do what makes you happy. Lots of love.